Hello everyone, welcome to the Google Cloud Platform tutorials, and this video is brought to you by Zeedup Technologies. In the previous videos, we have worked on two of Google Quick Labs, creating a virtual machine and Compute Engine a quick start to Windows. And in this video, we are going to work on CloudShell in Gcloud. For that, we first sign in into our Quick Labs account in an incognito window. Now we are going to start with the lab here. And this lab, it is for 100 marks and the time is allotted as 45 minutes. So now we are going to start with the lab by clicking on this button. And these are the steps that we need to do. Here we have one step, that is creating a virtual machine with Gcloud. So now that we'll be performing in this lab. For that, we'll be opening the Google console and we need to enter this username that was provided to us and the password. And in this particular lab, we are going to use Gcloud commands and we'll know what are the uses of it and connecting it to compute services hosted on Google Cloud. These are all the things that will be covered in this lab. And the first step that we need to follow is starting with this activating the CloudShell. For that, we'll be accepting this first. We need to confirm it first. And we'll see what are the things that were given in this lab first. Here they have given us about the regions and the zones. We have different regions. Here the regions are as well: Western US, Central US, Eastern US, Western Europe, Eastern Asia, and the zones were classified as A, B, and different zones for different regions respectively. And we need to agree and continue it first so that we can start with the lab. We are going to check this. And here we are going to activate the CloudShell. That will be opening in a second. Click on continue button. The next step that we are going to follow is executing this command to know what our project ID is. Here we just pasted the command and in this particular thing we need to replace it with our project ID. And we'll execute it. It is asking to authorize. After executing this, the process has continued and this command it is helping us to see the default region and the project ID and everything. The next step is setting environment variables. We are going to export our project ID by executing this particular command. And we need to replace this with our project ID. And it has been exported here. And we also need to export our zone. In the previous lab, we have created an instance using the compute engine, whereas in this, we are going to create it using this CloudShell. And it is asking for the zone, and you can enter it as US Central 1A, which is mostly used. So we have used that. And we'll just execute this once. Here, things we have exported has been displayed here. Now we are going to create a virtual machine using Gcloud. For that, we need to execute this particular command, which is having the instance name machine type as N1 standard 2, and the zone also, which we have already selected, that will be used in this. The command has been executed here, and the instance has been created. You could able to see TC Lab 2 is the name, and zone is created as US Central 1A, and the machine type as N1 standard 2 with some external IP and internal IP. The status, it is running. We have got the same output that has been displayed here, and we'll check whether the task has been completed or not. The task is completed, and that's the reason we got a tick mark here. And this command, it is used to display all the default values. We'll just execute it once. And this command, it is used for the help. These are all the things that are being displayed here. Instead of this, we just need to enter WQ so that we can get into our console back. And this help command, we are going to execute. As it is already executed here, we'll proceed with the next step. And this is all the help that we require. All the commands has been displayed here. You can check them out. And for getting out of this, we'll just click on WQ and we came back to the CloudShell. And to check all the configurations in our environment, we are going to execute this particular command, which is Gcloud config list. And for seeing all the properties, list out all those. We are executing this to list all the properties of the Gcloud in our environment. Components list will be displayed here. These were all the components that are there in our environment. And for auto completion, we are going to install these beta components. For that, we'll be following these particular steps. And here it is asked to click on the tab button. And here it is asked to type the following command using autocomplete to finish the command. So now we are going to execute this. And the thing is to change this your VM, and we need to give some particular name. We're giving Gcloud Lab, and we'll check. It is asking whether is it yes or no. So we'll click on buy. And as we have created this Gcloud Lab in previous steps, so that we need to follow the same instance name, and it is asking to confirm, and it was given as not found. And this here we are asked to do the SSH to our instance. Here the name which is created with an instance of Gcloud Lab 2. We can give any letter here. You just come out of it just by clicking on F9. We came back to CloudShell here, and the same output has been found here, and we have given one passphrase. The thing is, using home directory for this, we'll be executing this particular command, which is cd home, and vi text editor will be opened by executing this. We just need to look into this once. What are all the commands that were given here? And this is all the VI editor where every command has been written in a code form. At last, we just click on enter, and we need to enter WQ with colon WQ so that we can come out of this. We are asked to click on escape button. Sorry, we are going to click on escape button here. And we'll enter WQ to get out of this. Yeah, you can come out of this just by clicking on escape button. Then this colon WQ to exit out of the editor. And we look into these questions, the 3 basic ways to interact with Google Cloud services and resources is a multi-choice question. So we need to select 3 options out of this. The first option would be TCP console and environment that is needed is the GCP console, and command line interface. We'll see whether is it working or not, and it is asking for one more answer. The other answer would be client libraries, which we have used in this. And this is all about Google Cloud Shell and Gcloud. Thanks for watching.